Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? So, I got a DM through on Instagram, and she says, "Thank you for helping others, especially men. Do you have any reading content, videos for spouses, partners?" Sorry, I totally, I totally read that wrong. Do you have any reading content or videos for spouses slash partners? My husband is just beginning his journey of acknowledgement and counseling, but I just don't know how to be there for him. How do I support him in his healing journey? And it's interesting because quite a few years ago, a friend of mine ran an event and asked me to be a speaker at the event. And I had a number of people from all over the country come to the event, which was absolutely amazing. And in particular, there was a couple there. And the girl is a survivor of abuse. Her boyfriend isn't. He's just being an amazing partner and supporting her in any way that he can. But what he did talk about was the lack of resources there is, at least known resources, or people who have a big platform that are sort of, covering this side of it in regards to how can the partners, the friends, the loved ones of a survivor better support them on their healing journey. Because, listen, yes, it's tough for a survivor to go through, to have gone through what they went through, but it's also very, very tough for them as well on their own healing journey. Like, it's tough for them. Don't get me wrong. I know it. It is. It's tough. But it's also very tough for those who are around that survivor, who love them and just want to see them be better, grow, heal, transform, and be happy and be free. And it's hard for those people because, definitely like my girlfriend, not necessarily when it comes to, me personally, I like to think that I'm not aware of areas pardon, I'm not aware of areas of me that still need healing. I don't feel like I have any triggers. Luckily, I'm lucky. I feel like I'm great. I feel like I'm good for a whole host of things, and maybe that can be a different video. But so not necessarily about that, but just about other things in my life, like entrepreneurship and business and stuff like that. That isn't my girlfriend's world. It's my world, but it's not her world. And so, she talks to me a lot about how there's often times where all she wants to do is help, but she doesn't know how. She doesn't know how she can help me because she's not in my head. She's not in my world. She doesn't have the knowledge. She doesn't know how to actually solve the problem. So then that makes her feel terrible because she feels like a shit partner because she can't, she's seeing someone that she deeply loves in pain or stress or anxious or whatever, negative, in a negative sort of spiral. And she doesn't know how to stop it, and then if it does get stopped, she doesn't know how to prevent it from happening again. And it's similar to that when it comes to how can, like, if I had triggers and I was, all fucked up and then I was going to therapy and I was struggling, it would be the same thing. She'd be like, I don't know how to help you, she's struggling. I know it would be the same thing. Now, from that angle, I think one, you definitely, even though this is absolutely easier said than done, you just cannot be hard on yourself and see it from the angle of, my partner is struggling, I don't know how to help him, so I feel like a shit partner. It's not like that. It really, really is not like that. You have to try to force yourself to see it from a different lens and see it through the lens of, right, my partner is struggling, which effectively they're on their healing journey, but just early stages. And rather than I don't know how to help my partner, and then because what that's going to do is it's going to make, because you don't know how to help them, you don't have any answers, and because you don't have any answers, it's just not going to make you feel great about yourself. So let's stop that in its tracks. And you are helping them by being with them and giving them love and support. Like, trust me, you are helping them a lot at the moment. Okay, I watched this video once by, if you don't know this person, you should, because he's great, Gabor Mate. And a while ago I brought his he had this bundle which is like a documentary and a trauma related course, and I watched the documentary and I watched loads of his training videos, and I don't know where he said this, whether it's on a documentary or the training videos, but he said that he done a lot of time with drug addicts and alcoholics, but I think it might have been mainly drug addicts. I can't really remember the specific details, but he did a lot of working with these people. And one thing that he said that stood out to me was that he, let me remember this 100%ly. 100%ly. I'm very, very tired, guys. I'm very, very tired. But I'm sticking to this one video a day. I feel so fucking fidgety and I'm just fucking shattered. My eyes are fucking, I'm so aware that I'm not looking at the camera enough. He said that what he noticed with the loved ones of someone who's going through drug problems is that the loved ones try to change that person. They try to change them. And it makes sense why you would do that, because why wouldn't you? Your partner is a drug addict and they're injecting themselves fucking nearly every day, and their life is rapidly going downhill, and you know that if it carries on going down that way, it leads to one outcome. And you don't want that to happen. So you're going to try and change them. You're going to say to them, like, stop doing drugs. Like, what can we do? What can we change? Like, you got a great life. You got, and basically there's sort of like this forced push to change them. And he said that doesn't necessarily always work. And from his experience, what not works like 100%, but it's a better way to approach it, is to not try to change the person, but rather just love them for who they are. And when you love them for who they are, they then feel accepted and don't feel like an outcast. And then once they feel like that, then they will start to change on their own. Because somebody who's all kinds of fucked up, they know that they need help. They also know that they're all kinds of fucked up. They know that they don't want to be like that. But then when they're the loved ones and there's the support system around them, sort of like mirrors that to them, but not in the same way, because then it sounds like the loved ones are horrible people. It's not like that. It's coming from a place of love, but it's mirrored to the person, whether they're conscious of it or not, that they do need to change. Which means if they need to change, then that means that then that not only are they not happy with who they are right now, but also the people that they love the most, like their husband, their wife, is also not happy with who they are right now. And they want them to change, they want them to get better. But if you can, rather love your partner 100%. You're aware of the path that they're on, but if you love them 100%, okay, and don't bring it up all the time, and don't make them feel like they need to change or that they need to heal, because they know it deep down. They know this. This is the thing. They know it. We're not fucking stupid. Like, we know that we need to get helped. Okay? And we will get there. But it's like, well, how do we get to the point of doing it? Well, I think, personally, Gabor said it, and I've been thinking about it for so fucking long, and my opinion on it hasn't changed. My opinion does change on things over time. But with this one, it hasn't changed. That if you approach someone and you deal with them and you support them 100% through the place of love, it will bring them to the point of feeling loved and accepted. And usually-ish, they will start to mirror that to themselves. They'll start to love and accept themselves. And then they'll be like, you know what? I do deserve it. Like, all right, one step forward. But it's coming from a different place. That change is coming from a different place. The change is coming from a place of love rather than coming from a place of pain and rejection and feeling like an outcast. I hope that makes sense. I don't have tons of tools and stuff to give you, but as my own opinion as Perry Power is that the best thing that you can do is approach your partner from a place of love and just keep that space open. Like, mirroring is so powerful. If you operate yourself with your partner from a place of you being vulnerable about your own traumas in life, everyone's got traumas. You're vulnerable about your own traumas in life, and you also don't think that you're being outcasted yourself with what you've been through, and you're loving and accepting what you've been through. You're loving and accepting yourself, and you're loving and accepting your partner, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Okay? It's contagious. It's a contagious thing, right? How you show up, you affect those around you, good and bad. Okay? Hence why you become the sum of those who you surround yourself with. because it's a contagious trait, how you show up in the world. If you show up powerfully and you show up from this place of healing, growth, and transformation, and you constantly surround yourself with people, they would follow suit. And if they don't, you'll just outgrow them and find yourself a different circle. So with your partner, if you show up in that way, if you show up in a way that of pure love for yourself, then that will spill over to your partner, because that is how you're communicating with them. And that should be the path where they lead to where they really want to go, you know? And I feel like what can happen is, if you're approaching it and you're trying to help but you don't have the answers, it creates this negative loop within your own head. And whether you know it or not, that negative energy that's now being built because of how you're viewing yourself as a shit partner and you feel incapable, that will come out through some type of energy with how you carry yourself with your partner. Whether it's through the words that you use, whether it's through the questions that you ask, whether it's through the way that you're transmitting that love, you know, and maybe it's through the different forms of offering of help. You know, and also, don't get me wrong, if we're talking about men specifically, us men have a particular way of working. Like, you just got to read the book, Men Are From Mars and Women From Venus. Us men have a particular... Men don't like... we're a funny fucking group of fish, we are. Men, you know, we don't want to be helped. We got ego, you know, we got pride. We don't want to be helped. I mean, it gets to a point where we do, but like... You know, we want to be the ones that seeks out that help ourselves, rather than our partner saying, you need help. Like, don't fucking tell me I need help. You know, that's like our men. Like, don't fucking tell me I need help. I know I need help. Don't come at me saying I need help. What are you trying to say? Look at you. You need help, right? But like, we know we need help, okay? But if you just have pure love, and sometimes you could say, you know, have you thought about the abuse recently, or like how are you feeling recently? You know, did you go and see the therapist? Like, how was that session? We don't need to talk about it, by the way, you know, but they're just off the cuff things. There's no weight behind it whatsoever. And it can be difficult. Trust me, this isn't an easy path. The reason why it's not easy is because part of you feels like, wait, hold up, Perry, you trying to say, just kind of take a step back and just give this space? I mean, I am saying that, but taking a step back doesn't mean taking a step back. Taking a step back in the long run can be taking a step forward. Okay. But you're approaching this in a different way. How? By, if we're talking about a man, surrounding your man with love, trusting the fact that they know that you know that they need help. Okay, every now and then, subtly, like, listen, I've told my girlfriend this, right, and she's getting the hang of it with time now. We've been together what, a year and a half, maybe. No, shit, she'd kill me. Shit, how long have we been together? 2.5 years, maybe. 3 years? No, it can't be 3 years. 2.5 years. So Liv, what she does now is she doesn't come at me with things, right? And she will take this sort of approach where she will be like, if she has an idea, she leads me in a way where either I think of the idea myself, or she brings up the idea, but not in a teaching way, not in a, you've done wrong, you should do this, but more in a, oh, like, what you're doing, oh yeah, you know, like, you're doing really well, like, that's amazing, you know, have you ever thought about doing this? Like, I don't know, I just thought of it recently, I don't know if it will work or not, but she might in her head be like, that's obviously gonna fucking work, why have we not bloody thought of that yet? Like, come on, like, you need to change, like, you need to do this, you know, but coming at it from a, you know, is it manipulation? Oh, right? But men and women have their own things, right? You know, and this is what I'm saying. It's just the more knowledge you can get about psychology and how men work and how women work, and you know, reading Gary Chapman's book of the 5 Love Languages, and just having this sort of vast knowledge of how different things work, it does help just in the grand scheme of things, just across life. Like here, you know, if your partner's a man, maybe it's understanding what their triggers are. And if they're not getting help, well, why are they not getting help? Is it because you keep on approaching them about getting help? You know, that's only going to get their back up and their ego. Like, don't fucking tell me I need help. I know I need help. But then if you don't say anything like you need help, and you love them like 10 times more than what you was doing before, you know, figure out what their love language is and just love them more, make them feel more accepted as a partner, which thus makes them feel more accepted within themselves. Okay, that acceptance would then lead to them getting help. And sometimes, who knows, maybe there's a lot of healing with just having them feel accepted. Okay, but it would lead them to do what they know that they need to do, but they're doing it on their own terms. Like us men, listen, it just right. This is how we are. It's how we are. If your partner's a woman, I can't speak on that because I'm not a woman. But what I do know is that men like a solution. Okay, men are very solution orientated, but we don't necessarily want to be told, right? If there's a problem, okay, well, what's the solution as a man? As a woman, what's the problem? They don't want a solution. They just want to vent. They just want to just release, and they just want to have that open space, So if you're a man watching this and you've got a partner that's been abused, then it's like not necessarily trying to always solve her healing problems, because that's not what she wants, but more so allowing her to just explore her own feelings and inner world constantly by providing that space without any weight of trying to solve her problems for her or trying to steer her to solve her own problems. Okay? Because usually they'll suss that out. Women are smart. You're smart, women. You're smart. So I don't know if any of this helped. I kind of gone around the fences here and said a bit of here, a bit of that. But I think ultimately, if you are a partner of a survivor, please know that you're doing enough already and just accept that. All right, because feeling that you're a piece of shit or that you're inadequate is just not going to do anyone any favors whatsoever. So please acknowledge yourself that you are just a fucking trophy, like you're amazing. You're first place winner prize. You're doing amazing stuff. Carry on. All right, carry on. But I'm not saying you haven't done this already, and even if you feel like you have, just do it more. And it's just now try to approach this purely through the form of love and acceptance and see what that does in the long term, right? Providing an open space. Okay? I hope that helps. If you've got any further questions, you know what to do. Send me a message on Instagram or Facebook or on TikTok, or drop a comment down below this YouTube video. And if you're not in our communities yet, we've got the Power Tribe 2.0, which is basically a self-help community for survivors, mini courses, content, community, right? Which is basically what it's all about. And then we had the Powerful Books community, which is where we guide you through. We've got weekly calls, 4 calls a week at the moment, live coaching calls. We've got a course, step-by-step process to help you go from a blank page to a published book, right? Specifically a memoir. So if you want to go for that, comment is down below in the underneath this video. All right. Hope that helps, guys. See you in the next one, which will be tomorrow.